Hello, so these are the notes for observations and inferences. So on page 2 in your notebook, you should title the top of your page Observation and Inference Notes. Our essential question for today is, how do we use science skills every day? So you're going to find that we use observations and inferences pretty much every day, and this is a necessary skill to be a scientist. So today our goal is to be able to make our own observations and inferences. So let's start defining our key terms today. So I suggest that when you write out keywords like this, you either bold or highlight or underline, so you know this is a vocab word you should know by the end of this unit. So an observation is using your 5 senses to gather information about something. So our 5 senses I drew over here just to remind us is sight. So can you see a color or a shape? Smell. So can you smell something? Touch, using our skin to feel and touch things. Is it smooth? Is it rough? We use our ears for hearing. So is it a loud sound or is it soft? And then we use our mouths for taste. So let's look at examples of observations. An observation, like we mentioned, can be something that you see. So this is a very poorly drawn apple. So something you can see by looking at an apple is that it is the color red. Another observation that you can make using your 5 senses could be a shape. So we're going to pretend this is a bicycle wheel, and hopefully your drawings are better. But it doesn't have to be pretty, just as long as you know what it is. And I can see this bicycle wheel and say that it is a circle. So it looks like a circle. I can see that with my eyes. Another observation we can do using our senses is by feeling. So this is a really rough looking rock, and if I touch it using my hands, this is my very terrible looking hand, I'm gonna say that it is rough, or bumpy, could be another word. And that's something I feel with my hands that tells me that its texture or how it feels to me with my hands is rough. So now let's talk about inferences and the difference between observations and inferences. So to infer means you're making a conclusion or a decision based off an observation. So for example, this red apple, I can say that's a really red apple, so I'm gonna infer that it tastes good. So that's a conclusion or decision I've made based off of something I see. So I see a bright red apple, I'm gonna assume or make a conclusion that it tastes good. It's not necessarily objective or something that everyone can see. It's kind of an idea that I make because of what I see. So an inference about a bicycle wheel, like this circle bicycle wheel, could be that it is a fast bike because it looks like a nice round tire. That's a conclusion or decision I made. So a rough rock, I can make an inference that it probably broke from a bigger rock. And that's a conclusion I made. So observations inform